This is no time to falter. Is no time to falter. The pulse slows. Sanity returns. Again, teetering on that terrible precipice. A petty hindrance.
Die! gonna explode. Bloody hell, the shit is gonna explode in my face now.
No time to falter.
No one died. They offer the final boss.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Holy shit.
The loathing abates.
Five hours. Nearly 6 hours. The mount.
Rest tonight. Under the mountain's unblinking gaze.
Phobia. Ground stars dazed. On allied death, 10 stress. Against cosmic stress. Brilliant.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all. All roads lead to the mountain, but only one leads beyond it. Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did. something to ease the rigors of the road. Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
I like to see the final part. Freaking mountain. When the game was out, day one.
At last, the great ziggurat. Temple of failure and regret.
In early access, I reached it in few hours, 5-6 hours, and I killed the boss. It's on my YouTube channel how it was. Now I haven't played for a year, and it took me 30 hours to reach this part. 20, 30, doesn't matter. It's like 10 times harder game than it used to be. I don't know with what mind they balance this game. fucking disgusting. Are you shitting me?
Parody of human outline. It must be destroyed. Lethality writ large. Another impediment, cleared with impunity. A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Shithead.
The past is gone. Let it die. Two facets of the same stone, never one without the other. Anxiety for men's.
Holy shit!
Calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless. Slow dissection, an unavoidable end. Collaboration confers advantage. Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats. The loathing festers. The Nightmare Gate is revealed. Beyond, only infernal nihility and non-existence.
Where was the brain? I remember now. But I forgot the fight, what it can do. 6 hours of pain to reach this.
The
I
mind
imagine
must
fail.
be freed of its self-imposed incarceration. Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses. Let us take a closer look at the thing, as repulsive as it is. A slow dissection, an unavoidable end.
test of all. Animus grows in proportion to mounting pressure. Self-reliance is a rare and wonderful thing.
last, the world's mind is free to
Correct.
remember a time before the cancerous corruption.
Shackles destroyed. 6 hours long run. Exactly 6. No, 5 and 30 something.
Each
I want a
milestone
mini run
makes the next
for
road
this.
just a little easier.
But
At last,
fucking hell,
the
man.
veil begins to lift.
Fucking hell, was it tough from the start, okay? Like from the first map, always, you know, on a limit. I don't know how many times I've been on a death's door. 40 times on a death's door. I was skipping potions for death's door. I was skipping skills for death's door to recover HP. They're not normal with this. Like, I'm for real. 95% of players won't be able to pass. Not here, okay. First map. Alright. 95% of them won't be able to pass the first map. With this difficulty. If this remains the default difficulty and the only difficulty in the game, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I really don't know. I'm not hyped about any game, Boeing. I don't care, to be honest. Oh, I unlocked the next act. Maybe.
It was you who found the cipher, scribbled hastily in the decaying margins of some long-forgotten tome, scribbled in blood. Whether by providence or happenstance, we stumbled upon the mark of some strange power invoked the world over, reflected in cultures predating mankind itself.
More shit.
A semicircle radiating 5 points of power. A symbol hidden deep in the iconography of every ancient empire. The Iron Crown. Enigmatic and ubiquitous. Your sanctum, adrift in this bituminous nightmare. Let us drag your agglutinated indignities out into the light. Your vociferous calls to bring our findings before the faculty were dangerously premature. Given the gaps in our understanding, doing so would risk ridicule, or worse, robbery. I took no pleasure in asserting my seniority, stifling your protestations with a strict mandate of absolute secrecy. You acquiesced, but your plaintive susurrations betrayed a burgeoning resentment. The Crossroads, a beacon for the broken and the battered. Pride, more devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns. beneath bloodlust and fury, there is emptiness and shame. Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
Let's see what it's about.
Forward now, into the crumbling chaos of the world.
Again, it gave me Infernal Flame. Holy shit.
You can feel it. A change in the air. Each gravestone is more than a failure. It is a promise to do better. Straightforward and effective. A lesson taught is a lesson learned. Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
Can't believe how fucking finished it was. How freaking long it was. It was daylight outside when I started, now it's fucking night.
We would come here in summers of years gone.
You open
Right.
the door,
Think,
grab a glass
rest.
of water, and then we're gonna see the new act. What they did. Be right back. Very, very fast.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced. A bit of comfort on the road to damnation. Listen, practice, improve. Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate. Everywhere in ruin. Everywhere.
What's the point if it's the same map?
Trenches and tents. The front lines of a war that was never fought.
I don't get it. What is the point of this? If it's the same maps. All I see is absolutely the same thing. I don't see anything new.
War rewards only resignation.
This game won't be ready in a 2 years then from now. If it's like that, it won't be ready soon. There is a way. That's just the way. Action 60% on a turn start, or 40% chance to get stunned. Really now. See how that crap works.
This unkempt study evokes a feeling of the familiar, does it not?
Try to go for the boss immediately. I mean, the best way to do it is early on.
Abandoned or forgotten. It is ours now.
just realized.
Hellion, Chapter 1, The Eve of Glory. She was young to join the warband, but any who challenged her readiness were met with clenched fists and violent indignation. Having bloodied the last of her detractors, the matter was considered finally settled. On the eve of battle, she joined her clanmates in a raucous celebration, her stein and her spirits overflowing with abundance.
Bleed out.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
The lair is fight after fight, man. But I don't give a fuck. I wanna go play the boss. Why would I care if I die now in the first place? Whatever.
They stand guard even now, deathless and dreaming. A promising development. Bafflement and vexation.
Frankly, I don't care if it's frustrating or not with the first map. Don't even like this team that much.
The work continues. Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Each ally on combat start, 33% chance. Shield. That ain't bad. Where is the boss? General skip. 3 phases, that's the boss.
Within every keep, a general and his loyal, lumbering guard. Let us hope to finish this quickly. A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Fighting the boss without consumables also.
Bafflement and vexation. dissection. An unavoidable end. Deliberate and methodical appliance of harm. A steady subtraction, an invariable result. Messy, but effective. Locked in a nightmare slumber, he is tortured by failures both real and imagined.
These vines encroach from above. Dreaming General, 200 HP and I just started. Invulnerable. Okay.
Slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Empowered, emboldened.
Strangle for 99 turns. What is this madness? What is this madness? Should have hit the roof. I mean, it's impossible to hit. At least not with this team. They're all in the middle. Holy fuck, this is garbage. A lot of health. I'm gonna real this.
Fight through the fatigue.
Alien's useless.
Let us hope they find peace.
I was lazy to heal. Don't care that much for this one.
Resentment. The slowest and deadliest poison of them all. Anxiety foments insidious fears.
Would be nice to kill him. Would be extremely nice to kill him. I think I need to hit it.
In life or in death, we are all prisoners here. The loathing abates.
It actually gave good items. Minus 75% trinket prices. Only 2 hope for a boss trophy, man. What the fuck? You crazy. You hope also for any trinket, alright? Should be more. I get it for random white trinkets. 2 hope. Alright. Then blues 4, 6.
Each milestone
Golden
makes the
15.
next road just a little easier.
Just don't get it.
Try
So,
and try
Close
again.
25.
You will break through this.
These are
glowing
rewards
murk.
because of the boss that I killed. I mean, it was worth it then. Short run.
The greatest horror, it would seem, is nothing at all.
So what was I supposed to do? To hit the root? Yeah.
Indistinct and ill-minded. No comfort awaits you here. We had managed to grasp a thread of connective worship that stretched across vast gulfs of time and time, but we did not understand it. The Crossroads, where lost souls hope to find their way.
Skills deal 100% more damage.
Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
Flashing daggers. Blight. Range skills 50% damage. Grave shot blast. Are these passives?
A murderous melody lingers long after the final
Minus
chord has been
25 damage
struck.
on a leper. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Hunted, harried, a fugitive.
I
seeking
hate
to
them all.
outpace the past.
I absolutely hate them all.
Making peace with adversity is the very essence of existence. Onward, and let us hope enough yet remains of the world.
Always gives Infernal Flame, yeah.
Scavenge what you can, and be off once more.
Comforts are exhausted. Ahead, only trial and tribulation. You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
I don't like it, okay? Ranged characters that have very great spells, alright? But ranged, they came with melee passives, melee classes came with ranged passives. A leopard that has damage came without damage. Just straight up fucking disgusting.
Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you. The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again. Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Never seen a bigger bullshit of the end since I started the game for the first time. This is like absolutely the worst.
Rigors of the road. The means of mastery. Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel. Consider your position and plan accordingly. The farms and fields of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence and rot.
Wish that I have some choice, okay, on a starting team. Those I wanna play with. Not to reach here, abandon, then restart until I get what I want.
The rancid crop grows unchecked.
That's time
and
wasted.
abhorrent.
I don't wanna play with this. One melee skill on a plague doctor. Melee skills deal 100% more damage. One melee skill. Okay, everything else is ranged. It's bullshit. And I can't deal damage with blight. So I can easily remove blight. Like it doesn't exist. Can deal damage with fire.
Myriad options require careful deliberation.
Chester's got 3 speed on.
Slow dissection. An unavoidable end. Is gone. Let it die. The loathing festers.
Joints get stressed out like crazy and
burn.
have way too many
The body
means to heal
requires
that stress.
attention.
so that others may flee. Toothy and corpulent, slaves to their hunger. Problems have their solutions, even the big ones. The past is gone. Let it die. The loathing abates. Straightforward and effective. Another impediment cleared with impunity. Slow dissection,
so freaking much.
An unavoidable end. Well done.
slow suffering begins. This is no time to falter.
Leper's useless now. Without damage, Leper's useless. It ain't that good as a thing. You just say.
Welcome relief from caustic agony.
And Plague Doctor now deals the most damage in melee. But he also heals.
A simple solution.
So I don't know what to pick out of those two.
A righteous action. Reliable information brings accurate insight, after all. A festering impasse, tended by toothy fiends. Lethality writ large. petty hindrance.
Extremely aggressive squad. Zero utility.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these
Blight
well-worn
chance.
relics.
Now you give me blight chance. Oh, it's a hero shrine. We can go for that. Then max all of them out. That looks all there. I'm liking the Oscar.
The destination is never in question. Only the route you take to get there. Early results are encouraging. Messy, but effective. Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Garbage. Yo, I maxed them all out. Should have avoided.
Unexpected find.
Meteos, good night, Meteos. disgusting thing, man. They just argue
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
from the very start. I just don't like it, and that's it. I do not like it. It's garbage.
Learn from each attempt. Deepen your understanding. And victory will
5.
come.
How long does it go? Where is it? 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 30 to 50. She's now home. Yo, now I spent 30 hours. I did a retrospective about the game, and I would do it again, but this time with way much more time spent in the game, with way much more experience. I unlocked resentment.
In this bituminous nightmare.
She is only available once you're done with denial. And denial, my successful run that I'll also upload on my YouTube channel, was around 5 hours. Okay, like literally 5 hours playing without mistake, because if you make a mistake, you die. Alright, so to finish denial and to unlock resentment, that's all there is in early access. Resentment is exactly the same as denial. As I understood, it only has the final main boss different. Enemies are the same, trinkets the same, curios are the same, everything is the same as in denial. There is no new game mechanic. Nothing. Okay, everything remains the same. Chariot upgrades. Hero upgrades.
Let us drag your agglutinated indignity out into the light.
First of all, I wouldn't be playing the game for 30 hours.
We require
20 to
the
30
highest
hours
standard
this
of
time.
empirical evidence, lest my career and your future be compromised by the cynicism of our peers.
So, I wouldn't be playing the game for
Crossroads,
20, 30 hours if it wasn't fun. Game is fun. But it's at least 3 times less fun than Darkest Dungeon 1. Darkest Dungeon 1 had more things to do than Darkest Dungeon 2. Even though Darkest Dungeon 2 is early access, I played Darkest Dungeon 1 in early access also, when there were only 3 maps available. And there was far more micromanaging available in the city, in the village, before you started your runs. You needed to pay attention on way much more things than you pay attention here. Okay, here the only things that you need to pay attention to is these passives, okay, and that's how you build your squad, alright, by looking up at these passives and by looking at positive and negative quirks. That's about it. Okay, basically passives in Darkest Dungeon 2, we can consider this as retrospective and a guide for the game also, when I better think about it, so I can do it like a guide too. So the thing that's up above, if it says, for example, Sturgeon, alright, that means that you will need to play Plague Doctor as a melee, with only 1 melee skill and 11 range skills. Okay, that means you're fucked, in other words, because this Plague Doctor revolves all around ranged damage, blight and burn, and healing, controlling the combat. And this is the complete opposite. So you get fucked from the start, you need to restart, but you cannot restart until you reach the first map, because if you restart now, again it will spawn as a surgeon. That's the first problem with the game. The next problem with the game is that I cannot roll this. Okay, why do you make players that want to play the game restart and waste like 5-10 minutes of their lives if you can add a dice, press dice twice, thrice, until you get a passive that you want? Okay. No, you make me play for 5-10 minutes, then restart till I find the team that I want to play with. That's bullshit, okay? I'm not gambling on a slot machine. I'm playing a video game. If I want to play this, Plague Doctor, for example, as a Plague Control champion, don't make me play him as a melee, right? Because I'll restart and I'll find him when it's played. You're wasting my time. As far as other things go, it's positive and negative quirks. Negative quirks can only be removed during the main maps in a hospital, and it costs, and you don't get enough money to remove them all, because then you won't be able to buy consumables. And if you buy consumables, you can remove quirks. Alright. And if you don't do that, then you need in-items, okay, to make your party stronger, to make them in better relations. Alright, so money goes for a same money goes for all of those 3 upgrades. Alright. Only trinkets use not trophies. What was it? God damn it. Relics. Trinkets use relics for trading, everything else uses coin. So, once we're done with this, then once you pick what you want to play, for example, Surgeon now needs to be on the 3rd spot because it's freaking melee. Crush is mastered, that will be like spot number 2 or 3, doesn't matter.
Than the horrors of a
What does it mean,
campaign.
Crush mastered? It means this, alright. You can only level up skills once in Darkest Dungeon 2. But you were able to upgrade skills, both skills and weapons and armor, multiple times in Darkest Dungeon 1. Basically, here you can get only one upgrade and that's it. If I didn't know, if you gave me both Darkest Dungeons, both 1 and 2, if I never played them, I would think the Darkest Dungeon 2 is actually Darkest Dungeon 1, because of how simpler it is compared to Darkest Dungeon 1. So basically, I'll compare early accesses. I won't compare full game of Darkest Dungeon 1 with Darkest Dungeon 2. I'll just compare early access because I still remember. In early access of Darkest Dungeon 1, you had bigger enemies variety, more things to do, more managing. Basically everything was better, even the balance and the difficulty. We're gonna speak about the difficulty very soon though. Even those things were better than in Darkest Dungeon 2. The only thing that's better in Darkest Dungeon 2 is combat animations. Okay, as far as dungeon crawling, it's not there. You go with a chariot. Okay, after 15 hours or so, it gets extremely repetitive because it's always the same fucking encounters with same enemies, same curious. Lit the torch, exterminate monsters, go for the mini boss, reach the hospital, reach the merchant, avoid ambushes or go for ambushes and reach the end all the way in the next 3 maps like that until you reach the end game boss. Alright, and then the new chapter opens. Now I said the difficulty is absurd. I barely finished one run. It took me between 5 and 6 hours to finish one run, and I barely did it. Okay? It's beyond absurd how fucking tough it is. I was on a death's door for 50 times on that run, and I'll upload the entire run on the channel soon. 50 times I was on a death's door. Every move mattered in every fight. It was unforgiving, and I don't see, like I said when I was playing, like 95% of players won't be able to even reach the final boss, not to mention to kill him. Okay, you need to know the game very well to do that. All of the mechanics and tricks. I don't see like 98% of people won't be able to just finish the first chapter. Denial. Okay. Just the first chapter. That's how freaking unbalanced the game is. Over the top. Okay. I was already speaking about it in the previous video that I released. Enemies have tendency to play twice. They crit like crazy. They got dodge. They got double dodge. They got riposte. They got downed. They got stealth. They got buffs. They got armor up. They got resists. They got speed. They can surprise you, shuffle you. And you got all of that also, but in a 10 times less amount. Okay. They can have all of that at the same time while you get only one ability per fight. Okay, and you can cast one consumable. It's beyond absurd. I love tough games, I enjoy challenging games. And when I say that something is absurd, trust me, it's fucking absurd. I barely finished the fucking chapter. So, let's assemble a team then. I'll explain the entire mechanic also, how the game works.
Beneath bloodlust and fury.
So now,
There is
after we
emptiness.
find who we want to play with,
Shame.
you usually search for these golden letters, okay? And you make the team from those golden letters, and then you check these two if they're good or not. This one is a healer. Curse.
To know the abyss, one must embrace it.
Hey, let's take a melee. But it's so freaking stupid to play with him like that. I don't have words, okay? It's just stupid. Simple as that, it's stupid.
Making peace with adversity is the
Once
very
you pick a
essence
team,
of existence.
you need to reach the first 10. And once I enter the map, we can talk about all the
Forward now.
mechanics.
Into the crumbling chaos of the world.
There are very few resources to keep the torch up. Sometimes you can get lucky and get those resources straight from the cache at the start. But it barely happens. Okay, now it gave stress relief with low down. So basically you should adjust skills once you reach the first team. You see how you want to play your characters. And there are multiple combinations, same as in Darkest Dungeon 1, but in Darkest Dungeon 1 you had a whole plethora of characters and you could use them and that's what they are. Okay, here everyone is everything.
They are heroes.
Think of it, you know how you can think of it. The Darkest Dungeon 1 was Diablo 2 and Darkest Dungeon 2 is Diablo 3. Where in Diablo 3 every character can be played in tons of different ways. You just need to switch skills. Okay, same goes with Darkest Dungeon 2. You just need to switch skills. In Darkest Dungeon 1, you're limited. You opt in for one build, like in Diablo 2. You stick with that build in Darkest Dungeon 1 with a certain character. Here, you're limited. Non-stop, depends on their passives and so on. It is a worse game than Darkest Dungeon 1. Okay, combat is mega fun. Balancing is a must.
Each gravestone is more than a failure. It is a promise to do better.
Because it's beyond absurd how freaking hard it is. But what worries me in Darkest Dungeon 2 is progression.
Even your valley is not immune to the spreading.
Progression is so limited, it's so simple, stupid. And that's how it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Now we can go to the inn, I'll explain how everything works.
Past is gone.
How everything works on maps,
Let it die.
Prepare. And I'll probably stop playing
on
this
to the
game
inn.
after 20-30
Rest and
hours. Close
resupply
enough,
await you.
I'll wait for the full version to see what changed. I probably played the hardest version of Darkest Dungeon 2 ever. Okay, because I believe during the next patches, and especially on a full release, this difficulty will be
Rest now
nerfed to the
for a
ground.
time.
This is probably the hardest fucking thing that exists right now. So once you're in the inn, the first thing you need to do is this inn items, where you need to pair up your characters. Here you can see the relations. Okay, so the first thing you're searching, and the most important thing, is yellow and blue over here, where below stress. Okay, for them to make them friendly. When you make them friendly, they assist each other in combat. Okay, so basically with a whiskey bottle, there is a 67% chance that they're gonna become friendly, or 33% chance that they're gonna hate each other. Everything is gambling in this game. So we put it like this, and then you check over here and you can see one. Once it reaches the end, they're gonna become something, okay? And they're gonna help each other along the way. That's the most important thing as far as I can say in the end for the upgrades. The next important thing would be consumables.
Spend what you can.
For the later,
Wealth
for
no longer has
example,
meaning.
Now, because you got
indeed it ever
limited
did.
amount of resources, you buy with relics, alright? So, you opt in for healing during the combat, okay, with combat items is the most important thing that exists, or you opt in for more health. That's when you learn how to play the game. Once you master the game a bit, you're gonna opt in to gamble on party and give them more of those yellows, okay, so they become better between each other. As well as when I see this, it doesn't matter that much, we can go with like this, alright, and I make them play cards. When they're blue, they hate each other. When they're yellow, it was well, and that's it. Now you put on red, okay, and someone starts with stealth, and this has a chance of disease. No one got disease, thank God. And now once you're done with this, you're gonna go to
The means of mastery.
the mastery. And how do you pick mastery? You pick mastery by checking this, okay, these letters. And for example, Crush is mastered already on him, which is good. Now you see this, melee skills deal 100% more damage, and there is a melee skill here, Incision. So basically, when you pick a mastery, first you check the yellow letters, you see who's the strongest out of them, and you ramp up mastery point to these darker yellow colors from 3 to 6 damage to 4 to 7. Okay, you upgrade that, and that's all upgrades that exist in the game. Okay, that's how you play, and that's about it. Once you finish with a mastery, you go with your
Planning and
chariot,
mindfulness.
you equip
As vital to survival as sharpened steel.
these upgrades for a chariot, and you select a route.
Every road
When
a
you begin to
winding
play the
torment.
game, you want to find
Every
maps
turn
that give hope.
Bent
Hope
on
gives
our
faster
destruction.
upgrades, okay? So you want hope down here. For me right now it doesn't matter, considering I'm already level 25, but what you search for is hope. We can pick whatever,
The tainted crop continues
and once
to
you're
spread
done
its
with
tendrils of
provisions,
rot
with
and
buffing up
pestilence.
everyone, okay, and inserting this training points, as well as a coach, that's everything that exists with micromanaging, okay. 10 times less amount of managing than in Darkest Dungeon 1. That's the first thing that sucks 3 times more when you compare games. But basically consider this as a review, as a guide, as a retrospective, as opinion, it doesn't matter. That's all you need to do, and you embark. Okay. That's about it. And now we're gonna talk about the map mechanics. Just for the game to open the map.
The rancid crop grows
The
unchecked.
first thing when you
and
start
abhorrent.
with the map, if you plan to finish this game, of course, if you plan to suffer, I wouldn't recommend playing during this patch because it's brutal. So you check the map, alright. As a beginner, you should go for hero upgrades, or this, hero shrines. It's extremely important to unlock all of these spells. You start like this, and you get to unlock all of this. That's the first thing that you're gonna chase. Okay, the first thing that you chase are hero shrines. You die, and you reset and chase hero shrines. Okay, for the end game, once you're level 20 and above, you're gonna chase lairs and fight the map bosses, because you cannot fight the final boss if you don't have a trophy of the main boss of the map in your stagecoach attached here. Alright, so beginning, you go for hero shrines. Late game, once you know what you're doing, after 20-30 hours, lair. Okay, that would be the 2 most important things for the starter, for the end. How do you keep the torch up? You keep the torch up by visiting assistant encounters. You won't keep it all the time up, okay? Sometimes it's gonna fuck you up, but in like 70% of cases, you will keep the torch up, alright? It's not like in Darkest Dungeon 1 with a different mechanics on the torch, okay? Here, it's very simple. You're strong as long as the torch is up. You're very weak when the torch is in the middle, and you're kinda good when it's a complete darkness, okay? So there is no middle. Middle is bad for you. It's only above 70 and 1. Everything between 10 and 70 is bad. That's for the torch. So, these would be encounters, okay, that you would like to skip. Where you see the yellow road, alright, that's where you won't find an ambush. Whereas a blue road, that's where the ambush is. So basically, this is not one fight from the tower to resist an encounter, it's basically 2 fights. In the middle and here. Okay. So, yellow is safe, blue is not safe. Okay. That's also the mechanic for the map. And there is this academic study that's usually gonna fuck you up. I avoid this academic study whenever I can. There is oasis that can remove your stress, alright? And there is, talking about stress, once stress reaches max level, 10 points, they lose entire health. That's how stupid the mechanic is. They lose entire health once they max out stress. Was there anything else on the map? There's the cultist encounter, which is also a void, alright, until you learn how to play the game. And that's about it. There's always a mini boss. There's always a main boss of the map in the lair, a mini boss at the end, and you need to reach the inn. Okay. That's everything there is basically about the map. There is nothing else left. Now, before you move, I usually do it like this, so I never forget. Before you move, you enter here, and you get to pick the spells. This is Surgeon, it's melee, okay, and it says that blight skills are minus 33% chance. Okay, so we remove blight skills. You don't play with Noxious Blast, you do not play with this, you do not play with basically everything that has blight. Alright, you take fire. That's about it. Fire heal. Melee is there, he deals with melee, you transfer to the next one. This one is with Crush, it's position 2, it can be a defender, hold the line, bolster for stress, and retribution for parry, or better to say for riposte. That's about it. And the third one is Leper. Leper is good like this, he's nothing in his specials. Then you open the inventory, you open up trinkets first, you ramp up trinkets. Not all trinkets are good, by the way, most of them suck ass. 90% of trinkets just suck ass, okay? That's how it is. You equip trinkets, you equip consumables that you have, and now, once this is clear, you are finally good to go. That's basically everything there is about Darkest Dungeon 2. Believe it or not, this is the entire game. Entire game mechanic, all encounters, all curious. It's like 10 times smaller than Darkest Dungeon 1. 10 times smaller game. But combat is mega fun. Okay, combat is mega fun. It's very smooth. Now there's 3 ambushes in front of me. Let's see, you see? 3 ambushes in front, blue lines. Basically, you can avoid this ambush.
Echoes of humanity. twisted by hopelessness.
So again, and for the final time, because I won't play the game anymore, I'm done. Definitely done, because it became repetitive for me. The most important thing is that you need to realize that this is not Darkest Dungeon 1. It's a completely different game. I have a feeling like it was made for consoles, for mobiles. It's still mega fun. It's brutal in difficulty. But as far as overall satisfaction goes, as far as progression goes, micromanaging, you know, complexity of the game, that was Darkest Dungeon 1. Darkest Dungeon 2 is a fucking simple mini game. Okay. It's a funny thing how after Darkest Dungeon 1 there's a lot of developers that are copying Darkest Dungeon 1. Game devs of Darkest Dungeon 1 decided to go and experiment with this. Just
Brilliant conclusion.
it's just hilarious. It's not like I didn't have fun. I had fun in these 3-4 days that I've been playing the game.
A simple kindness.
But I had a way much better time with Darkest Dungeon 1. Fact. Yellow dots are the most important thing.
The past is gone. Let it
It
die.
depends how smooth is your run, okay, from the yellow and blue dots. Basically everything that's yellow in this game on the map, in the UI, everything that's yellow is good. A yellow trinket is good, a yellow pot on the map is good, a yellow tile is good, a yellow dot in relations is good. Everything that's blue is bad. That's everything there is about Darkest Dungeon 2.
The fog is
Yeah, I
lifted.
killed the lair
Our
boss.
way is made clear.
I killed the main boss also after 5 freaking hours. It was disgusting. And now I can quit the game. Because it already gets repetitive now. There's nothing left for me to see, man. Like nothing. Tested all characters, seen all bosses, seen all maps, all upgrades. The Darkest Chariot too. Hard West 2 is already installed, I think. Yeah, I installed Hard West 2. It's here. I do plan to play Hard West 2 also. I said I'll play it after a patch. There is a patch. Interesting. We might play Hard West 2.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
I'm definitely done with Darkest Dungeon.
The loathing
I like
festers.
it, but it got repeated. There's nothing else left for me to see here. Probably gonna wait for full version. And then I'll play it. I hope they won't erase my save files again. Because that will freaking suck. All in all, that's gonna be it for today. People, thanks for watching. We continue tomorrow. Next stream in around 13-14 hours from now. I'm off to bed. Probably Hard West 2. Because I already installed the game. I got soldiers to finish. Waiting for the new patch on Summum. And I got Hard West 2 now. Once I'm done with this 2, we'll see what's gonna be next. But I'm definitely done with Darkest Dungeon 2. People, thanks for watching. I wish you all good night. See you back soon.